The College Basketball Experience Elite 8 Preview Edition, Pregame edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Bet $100, get $100 at WynnBET.com or download the WynnBET app now and start winning today. State restrictions apply.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes. Woo! Sounds like a guy's been drinking. I haven't been drinking though. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Oh, yeah. Always recommend everyone watching David Thompson at City Hall. That's that final clip where the other people at City Hall are like, sir, please stop calling me a lemon-headed terrorist. Man, we got the Elite Eight. I am super excited for this, and I hesitated on the introduction because it was the same introduction as last night in a way. I got a highlight pregame show, not preview show, but it's a pregame show just at a different time. This guy, if you've been watching us and following us all year, football, basketball, the pregame show. It's me and this man right here who's got a brand new podcast, which I want everyone to go check out right now. All right. This is called the Hardwood Culture Podcast. This guy's going to be talking hoops, college hoops, NBA, WNBA, shit, maybe even some G League. All right. Go subscribe to this podcast, the Hardwood Culture Podcast. He's also the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Terrell Furman Jr. How you doing, man? And congrats on the new pod.
Appreciate it. Good to be back. We're not talking about any G League hoops, man. We're not going to talk about hoops that are paying people $30,000 a year. No way.
You never know. Some storyline could come out. You never know, right?
I'd rather give the overtime league more OTE, the overtime league more publicity than the G League. At least they pay more.
Yeah. What about the Greece League where Patino won a national championship? All right, or not a national championship, a championship. Jeez, I can't get my mind out of the college ranks right now. That's one. I'm sure they had some talent. We've seen players in years past from the NBA leave and go play there and dominate. I can remember Dominique Wilkins a long time ago doing that.
Dwight Howard is in Tawana. Putting
dude.
Up 80, 20, and 30 every single game.
Dude, I saw some footage and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Dwight Howard's over there. He's putting up a crazy stat line over there.
Dude, why not? Go there, be a fucking Wilt Chamberlain here in the 50s. When you had 6'5" white guys guarding him.
I'm pretty sure there's still a statue of Stephon Marbury in China somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Knicks are still paying him too. He did 5 years in China where the Knicks were still paying him. It's a ridiculous contract that Dolan gave Stephon Marbury, even though look, I'm a big Marbury fan back at Georgia Tech, man. All right. Well, look, we got games tipping off within 30 minutes, and man, I mean, I think I'm curious what game you're more excited to see because this was the Thursday night. Essentially, we got I thought the better day of hoops for the Sweet 16 because we had the K-State Michigan State game.
Yeah,
the FAU Tennessee game was all right. the only blowout was the UConn Arkansas game, and then we had the UCLA Gonzaga game, which I know not to ask you about, because that was Heartbreak Hotel. Which one are you more excited to see?
Well, it's clearly not the Gonzaga game. I'll let you know that right now. I am so tired of seeing that Jay Wright 3 play. I thought I got away from it in Villanova, and they just seemed to find a way to bring it back to 2023. Like, I really thought I left that in the last decade, but no, it somehow made its way to this decade as well. So I'm letting you know, I'm looking forward to the FAU and K-State game, and it's because I think people are writing off FAU. I think
Dude,
they're writing FAU off like they don't have one of the best defenses in the nation.
and I
Not
also
in the
think that,
Conference USA.
yeah, in the
Not
nation.
not on this side of the Mississippi, in the nation.
And Conference USA teams 14-1 in postseason play. 14-1 in postseason play. K-State is laying 2. See, this is my thing. I love this K-State team, but damn it, like I want to root for K-State. I love the Jerome Tang story. I love the Keontae Johnson story. I love the Marquise Noel story. But I
it
also
just feels
love Florida
like
Atlantic. Yeah.
But it just feels like Cinderella in March Madness never gets to the prince, never gets the glass slipper. She got the one. She never finds the other in the tournament. We always have those teams that you fall in love with. Everybody loved Shane Holloway last year.
Yeah.
Loved them. They loved them. We could talk about plenty of people in the past. We've always fell in love with these Cinderellas. And I guess, I mean, you can't really say K-State is a Cinderella. They were a 3 seed, but
well, they were projected 10th in the Big 10
and
in
so
the Big 12. Yeah.
And so everybody falls in love. Cinderella's having fun and everything, but she never gets the happily ever after. What if FAU, who is a Cinderella in their own right, are the ones to end that happily ever after? That's why I am really looking forward to this game, because it just seems, I don't know if you saw Darren Rovell article where he said basically because FAU has a good balanced offense, they're not going to win. It said that you got to have people that score over 17 points per game. And because you don't have anybody scoring over 15, you're not going to win. That's basically, summarizing what he said. But
yeah,
I don't know. And then, somebody, but look, I don't know who it was, Kobe. I have no idea who it was, but somebody added the FAU men's basketball Twitter to it.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no idea who did it. Wow. I have no idea who did it, but somebody added them and just threw them that bulletin board material. So
I gotta go search really rel underscore tweets.
I don't know if that was, but somebody added the team and said, "Hey, they're talking about y'all." So I mean.
Oh man, I mean, look, I can tell you this.
Fair. It should feels like they should be on two different sides of the bracket, and we should.
Oh, it's true, man. They're both like darlings of mine. This is like asking what kid you like more. You know what I mean? It's like I'm happy.
What we all know is there is a favorite. They don't want to admit it, but there is a favorite, and I'm letting you know that there is a favorite between the two. Everybody has a favorite.
Probably the one that gets in the least amount of trouble. But I mean, look, I here's my thing. Marquise Noel, if he's not 100% healthy, like I love the guards of Florida Atlantic. I think John L. Davis is a baller, and I think he can really put it on. If Noel's not 100%, and I know Noel's a dog, but if he's not 100%, I gotta think they're gonna attack him and what's the other guy's name? Elijah Martin, I think it is.
Yeah,
they're both really good. Like they're both really good, and I think they'll attack. And the way they play defense, to me, I think I wouldn't even. I know Noel's so good with the ball, but if you're not 100%, I just think the way FAU plays defense and the way that they can attack with their guard heavy team, I'll be honest. This is a heart play with me going K-State because if it wasn't for that, I would be on FAU all day. But I'm going with the story. I want Marquise Noel, and the fact that I caught it, I gotta, I said, I don't know if I don't know. I was on a show.
Oh, when you said, yeah. We were talking about K-State like a month ago.
They asked me like back in February or late in January, who's going to be the March Madness story. I was like Marquise Noel. I mean, I kind of was talking out of my ass, but it fit I didn't expect them to ask me that question. And then when they asked me it, I was like, well, he's 5'8", and people don't realize how good he is. He's been at Little Rock for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that team. I'm a huge fan of him. I'm going K-State. Maybe this is too much of a heart play. It sounds like you're going Owls.
Yeah, I'm curious about the ankle injury. If you haven't played basketball or any organized sport, you haven't twisted your ankle, and you can play on it that day, but after the next couple of days, that thing starts to swell up on you. That thing really starts to hurt. And so I'm curious to see what his endurance is like over the course of the game. Does he re-aggravate it? I don't know. If he re-aggravates it, that's going to be a huge blow, especially when you're throwing that double team at him. How did they kill Kentucky? They was throwing a double team at him, and he was slip sliding, coming through the lane like he was a freaking NASCAR driver. So I just think that, I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't re-aggravate it. That is something to be concerned about because this FAU defense is live. The backcourt defensive intensity is very live here. I don't feel comfortable backing the public side, so that
is another concern. When I saw the money, when I saw how much
I have to go FAU.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man. But
it's tough. It's tough. This is a coin flip. This is a literal coin flip, and I don't think I'm going to be upset regardless. Well, I think, of course, the side that money is on, I want them to win for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
But if K-State pulls it out, like, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be upset. I truly think this is going to come down to the last possession.
Look, Marquise Noel's from Harlem, right there across the bridge in New York City. This game's in Manhattan, Madison Square Garden. I'm sorry. I don't know.
But look, that can be a bad thing as well. Because did you see those 3 logo threes he put up? I'm telling you right now, Marquise Noel had Michigan State money line 100%. Like, there's no doubt in my mind he bet Michigan State in that game. Those 3 logo threes were probably some of the lowest IQ threes that I think I've ever seen in my life.
One of them it helped because it got tipped. If it hadn't got tipped, they wouldn't have got the easy basket.
And the thing is, if he didn't tip it, it still might have been an air ball. That air ball was really off. He still might have airballed it if it didn't get tipped.
But it's not only him, and I saw the chat was talking about it, and I was curious what country Ishmael Massad is from. I thought so that the chat just confirmed he's from Spain. That dude can play. He's also grew up in Harlem though. He might have been born in Spain, but he grew up in Harlem. He's been a childhood friend of Marquise Noel. But here's my thing: if it's me, and I know not everyone thinks like me, but I'm sorry if you're telling me I'm at Madison Square Garden for one more time. St. John's didn't even look at my videos. And I was trying to go to get recruited there. Seton Hall, Rutgers, all that is right around there. Fuck you. I am doing, shoot me up for one game, dude. I would do it. I would do it all day.
And that's the concern though. Because when you think of FAU, the heart and soul is the backcourt of that defense. So if that backcourt can hold him down and he's still trying to make plays, yikes. I really think this should be, if I had to play a player prop, I would play the over on Keontae Johnson's points. Whatever it's at, I don't know what it's at. I have it. Matter of fact, let me go look and see what it's at.
They should consider doing some point forward shit with him if Noel really is not, if he's really like struggling.
He has the size, he has the ability, the skill set where he is the mismatch that I don't think that FAU can slow him down. If it's on the backcourt, I think that they can get their backcourt in front of Noel and get him uncomfortable. But Keontae Johnson is absolutely the play here. I think that he can have he's going to need a good game if they're going to get to the next round.
Yeah. Shout out to Alfred44 said hardwood culture is really dope. Way to go, Rao. There we go. Get on over there and subscribe.
Appreciate you.
All right, folks, I want to tell you that the College Basketball Experience pregame show is brought to you by WinBet. Yes, WinBet's now active in Massachusetts and a ton of other states. Be on the lookout for WinBet's Win Hour each Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time during WinBet's Win Hour. Marquee games of the week will have better odds on WinBet, giving you a larger payout opportunity. And you better believe, like we're talking about right now, March Madness and the Elite Eight are here. There's so many ways to bet on the big dance. So sign up today, receive a special offer, bet $100, get $100, limited to state availability. And of course, for our DJs only, if you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. There's so much to choose from, and all you have to do is head over to winbet.com or download the WinBet app today. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions at winbet.com. Must be 21 or older, present in the state where WinBet is available. Or if you or someone you know is a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We're also brought to you by the SGP Masters. Looking to hang out with Sean and Ryan at Stadium Swim and watch the biggest golf tournament in the world? You can win a 3-night stay at Circa, best sports book or the biggest sports book in the world. To hang out with the guys, the contest is completely free to enter. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/golf party. And if you don't win the contest, you can get a discount on your room using the promo code SGP15. So do that. Also, we're brought to you by the SGP Final Four Happy Hour. The Final Four watch party is going virtual. Come hang out with the guys on their YouTube channel, me, Sean, Ryan, for the entire Saturday of Final Four action, live bets, prize giveaways, and much, much more. Subscribe to youtube.com/sports gambling podcast and tune in on next Saturday. All right. What do you lean over under on that 143.5, by the way?
I'm on the under.
I think so too.
I think FAU is gonna slow the game down. I think these defenses are both live. We're talking about two top 40 defenses in the nation in one game playing against each other. So you see FAU and how they handled Tennessee and made Tennessee slow down their pace, made Tennessee play out the half court, and then really challenged them every single possession. I feel like Tennessee earned all 55 of those buckets. Well, there was a couple of bad calls there, so I give 50, but made them earn all of them buckets. So I think that it's going to be the same thing. Like the fun part of what we see Kansas State, I don't know if that happens this game. I think Kansas State is going to have to really, really earn every single bucket. So I'm going under. I see a lot of people on the over as well, but that total's come down 3 points since opening. It opened at 146.5, now down to 143.5. So yeah, I'm on the under 143 here.
All right. Yeah, I'm on the under too. I think that's the way to play it. Night game. The only other game on the slate besides I don't know, some other, I mean, in college basketball, some other sports are going, but UConn, Gonzaga in Vegas. So I'm assuming this will be a Gonzaga crowd, just like it was in the UCLA game. But UConn's laying 3. I know you don't want to talk about this game, but so I'm at a crossroads here. I don't believe in Dan Hurley as a head coach. Now,
the carpenter.
He made me look like a fool in the Musselman game, but that's happened before. Rick Barnes did that to Duke. You know what I mean? I've seen that. Normally the cream rises to the top, just like Nate Oates. I don't know that I believe in his philosophies. Like as a coach, I don't know if that can win in March. We've never seen it, even with Paul Westhead. To me, it has nothing to do with the personnel. It has to do.
You threw it back with Paul Westhead.
Yeah, that
old fart.
The running up the court and just shooting the not getting the best shot possible. I don't know that actually always works with Oates, and it's so far I've been right. I still have my concerns with Dan Hurley, but UConn is incredibly talented. And then there's Mark Few, who I think maybe, years past, you might have heard me or Terrell saying that we kind of think overrated a little bit, right? I don't know if I don't want to speak for you, Terrell, but yeah, I feel like
I agree. I had them losing the last round, so I think.
Well, if Bona plays, they lose. I think
Mark Few is the only person that cannot win a championship and still be, rectified as one of the best, and everybody else is like, oh, you gotta have 1, 2. But Mark Few, no, it's good. But you got more DUIs than championships. Oh, it's fine. We don't care.
And dogs and Germans. You got more German shepherds than championships.
It's perfectly fine. You don't worry. You're a great coach. You brought this Gonzaga program all the way up. Look at where they're at now from where they were. You're great, amazing. It doesn't matter.
But dude, there's something about like they haven't been getting the notoriety this year that they normally get. and it
They
makes
didn't.
me think. I feel like they didn't get
I
it as
mean,
much this
going
year.
from a 1 seed every year to a 3 seed, that's a pretty far jump for them. Like that, people were saying that Gonzaga was trash, and it's like, well, they're still a 3 seed.
True, but I didn't hear people talking about them winning the national title.
None. And
Like,
every year it's been talked. Hey, is this gonna?
Yeah.
And it's funny that now it looks like one of their best chances to do it, and it's the year when nobody's talking about them.
And that is why I am calling for Mark Few. Now, I don't know that I think personally that the Texas Longhorns are going to fuck them up if they win this game, but right now I'm buying in a little bit. Because no one's been talking about them, even though they almost pissed away that game with terrible free throw shooting. I'm taking the Gonzaga Bulldogs. They have the tournament experience, and I think UConn incredibly talented. They don't really have that. What they made the tournament last year. I think they lost in the first round to New Mexico State.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think I got to go with what I trust. What I trust here and the experience. We've seen this whole tournament's kind of been experience. Look at all the teams left for the most part. They're all super experienced. I'm going Zags +3. I'm sprinkling that money line at +135. Do I feel great about it? No, I feel like if it was UCLA here, I would love it. I was hoping it was going to be UCLA UConn, and I thought UCLA was going to really, win that game.
I had UCLA in any championship situation. You think that you could put UCLA? I had UCLA. I had a future on UCLA. I had UCLA in my bracket win the championship. UCLA was the only thing that kept me in the bracket challenge because everything else was so messed up, but nobody else had UCLA. So if I get UCLA as the champion, then it's cool. But the Zags zag, and Teddy McDonald owns UCLA. Teddy McDonald is one of the best players in college basketball, and he's showing it again. Oh, not Teddy McDonald. I mean Drew Timme.
I was wondering.
I'm sorry that he looks like Teddy McDonald off of Snowfall, but he does. He looks like a spitting image of the guy.
I was wondering.
Go look at their mustache.
They
go look at his mustache. They have the exact same mustache. They have the exact same everything. He's actually not Drew Timme. He's Teddy McDonald, an ex-CIA agent and a drug dealer. So.
The drug dealer thing, I could buy in. I could definitely buy in.
He definitely sells some type of drugs. He's got an unlimited supply of drugs because he gives UCLA the medicine cabinet every single time he plays them.
Oh man, UCLA's injuries, man. That's what really cost them, dude. I think though. I actually think that Gonzaga is going to be able to now. I know Timmy's not going to be able to put up 37 against those bigs of UConn, but
it's Sanogo. It's Timme versus Sanogo. That's it. That's the tweet. That's it. Timme versus Sanogo. Whoever wins that matchup wins the game. That's what I think, that both of these teams are extremely evenly matched everywhere else. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to Timme versus Sanogo. Who can check the other? Who can take the other out of the game? Or can you at least cancel each other out and allow the rest of the team to be able to step up in that moment? I think this is a point where if you're Hurley or if you're Mark Few, more likely if you're Hurley. But if you're Hurley, you're telling Sanogo, look, I need you to check Timme. I need you to take him out the game. And if you don't get yours on the offensive end, then, it is what it is. But we'll make it up somewhere else. But you have to slow down Drew Timme or it's over.
Yeah, Malachi Smith played big in that UCLA game. That's another one to watch. But I think the real advantage, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I think Mark Few, as much as I've said he's overrated, I think he's a much better coach than Dan Hurley. Mm-hmm. Now we'll see, but I think that advantage, resides with Gonzaga. And yeah, I mean, Timme versus Sanogo is going to be something we're all going to be watching. So you who you on? You going Huskies? You going Bulldogs?
Oh man, these games are hard. It getting to the point where, and it's like it's not like I like one of these all the way, because I think Texas is my favorite. Shh, don't tell nobody that, but I think
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah.
I after seeing the Zags resiliency in the past 2 games, and the fact that they had the resiliency with a week in between them. So you have the game. Who did they play in the round before that? They played freaking.
So wait, they beat. Who did they beat to get to? Hold on, I got it right here.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Who?
I got it right. It was TCU.
Yeah. So you have TCU game where you go and you're down. I want to say 10 points in that game, and 10 points in the second half, and you battle back in that one, win, and you almost cover. Like you almost got the cover. I know, but that means something. You almost got the cover still. And now you come back a week in between and you find yourself down again and you still battle back. It just makes me feel like no matter what happens, the resiliency of this Gonzaga team is there. Like they're a resilient bunch. And even if they go down in this game, they're not out. And I don't know what happens if UConn goes down. If UConn goes down, are they coming back or is the game over?
Yeah.
So I think I have to lean the points there.
Yeah, and I also wonder, like adjustment wise, I think few will have the advantage.
He's clearly making the adjustments because he's been down double digits in the past 2 rounds and still found a way to win the game.
Yeah, 100%. The over unders at so I'm on Gonzaga, you're on Gonzaga. The over unders at 153.5.
I mean,
call me
Gonzaga
crazy, but
80 points a game, man.
Yeah, I was about to say I think I gotta go over there, but I mean, I know UConn's a really good defensive team. But I feel like I got to go over. What are you doing?
I trust Mark Few, even if UConn finds a way to slow them down in the first half, that he finds a way to put up points in the second half. I mean, Drew Timme had 11 early in that game against UCLA, then nothing for the rest of the first half. They made an adjustment. They got him going again. They got the offense going again. They had a big second half. At this point, I have to trust, drugged up Mark Few.
Yeah, and look, Tristan Newton plays for UConn, so I'll give him the benefit of them cashing the over. Tristan Newton is a transfer from East Carolina, and the chat's asking for this. See, the problem is he didn't stay at ECU, or they'd be in this spot. You know what I mean? But
really?
He's going.
Wow.
It's a brand new AAC next year. There's no Houston. There's no UCF. There's no Cincinnati. You know what that means? Someone's got to win that thing. Someone's got to win that thing.
So who joined the conference?
UTSA is joining. Florida Atlantic is joining. Who else? Rice and North Texas. Rice, North.
Oh,
Texas,
I knew North Texas. Oh yeah, I knew
Charlotte.
North Texas.
Also Charlotte. Yeah. Anyway, look, that's so. Let's give away. What play do you like better? What's our lock here? This is tough. I think I gotta go. I gotta go Zags. If gun to my head here, I think Zags plus the 3 is my lock, or Zags money line.
No, I'm not gonna give out the same lock, so I'll go FAU.
There we go. All right, folks. Just a two game slate. All right.
That's
I don't know what else to tell you.
A quick 30 minutes and we out.
There we go. All right. So subscribe, like we were mentioning before. Subscribe to not only the College Basketball Experience, but all of Terrell's work. The Hardwood Culture Podcast. Get on over there. Subscribe to it. It's available on all podcast platforms.
Yep.
Also, make sure you check out the NBA Gambling Podcast, the WNBA Gambling Podcast, the College Baseball Experience with me and Noah Beanick, also the College Football Experience as well, and the Sports Gambling Podcast, because we don't stop. We don't stop. All right. It is a year-round thing. It's not just seasonal. All right. So get the SGPN app, and it's free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store, and come talk the games in the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. And man, hopefully we get a couple classic games like we had on Thursday. All right. Until tomorrow, later tonight, we'll be back recapping. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog the mind back like dog, but wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit the can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor.